ভালো ছেলেদের মতন লেকচারটা শোনো, যাকে বলে আদর্শ স্টুডেন্টের মতন। So what does leadership mean? We will come to that. মহারাজ যেমনি বললেন, আমি অনেক কিছু করেছি, সেগুলো অলরেডি উনি বলে দিয়েছেন আমার বিষয়েতে। কিন্তু আমি 35 বছর আর্মিতে সার্ভ করার পরে আজ তোমাদের সামনে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি কেন? So that I can be of use to you. You all are starting your first innings, which I have finished after serving in the army for 35 years. তোমাদের বয়সও নয় এখনো, half that. And I am proud to say I have seen wars. কার্গিলে আমি নিজে ছিলাম। কার্গিল শুনেছ? তোমরা জন্মাওনি যখন কার্গিল যখন হয়েছিল, বাট শুনেছ। কিছুদিন আগেই উই হ্যাড দি কার্গিল বিজয় দিবস, which was on 26th of July. So আর তারপরে ম্যাডাম এখানে অনেক গরিব বাচ্চাদের আমরাও পড়াই করি। আমাদের একটা এনজিও আছে উমা ড্রিম ফাউন্ডেশন বলে, আর আমার একটা ইউটিউব চ্যানেল আছে ফিয়ারলেস লিডার্স। পারলে এটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব যারা করতে পারো করো, so that I can give you valuable things about life. ইন্টারন্যাশনাল রিলেশনস যেগুলো বলি সেগুলো তোমাদের মাথাতে এই স্টেজে বাউন্সার হয়ে বেরিয়ে যাবে, কিন্তু আগে চলে ইউ উইল অল আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড হোয়াট আর জিওপলিটিক্স। এনিওয়ে, আজকে যে লেকচারটা আছে ছোট্ট, বেশিক্ষণ করবো না। তোমরা দেখছি উত্তেজিত হয়ে আছো, রিয়ারিং উইথ এনার্জি। সো হাউজ দ্য জোশ? ভেরি গুড। সো আই উইল, এটা সিনেমার ডায়লগ আছে, কিন্তু দিস ইজ দ্য ওয়ে উই মোটিভেট পিপল ইন দি আর্মি। কজন আর্মি জয়েন করতে চায়? অনলি 3 জন 4 জন? এক দুসরেকে দেখে হাত খাড়া করছো। এনিওয়ে, গুড। যদি 5 জনও আছে, ভেরি গুড। অ্যান্ড আদার্স আর অলসো সার্ভিং দ্য নেশন। Leaders are not only in the army or politics or leaders are there everywhere. And how can you be a good leader? Because everybody wants to follow a leader. তো আগে আমি একটু বলবো লাইফ স্কিলস কি হয়। Anybody, life skills, what are they? Cooking, very good. Yes, that is also required. Swimming, yes. ठीक है, they are all skills. Good. Anybody else? Self-defense, very good. Huh? But by knowing swimming and self-defense, can you be successful in your life? Jore, jore. Education is needed, yes. হ্যাঁ বলো, হাত খাড়া করেছো। ঘুম পাচ্ছিল, এনিওয়ে, নট অ্যান ইস্যু। হ্যাঁ বলো। Yes, these are the real life skills that he has told one of them. Cooking, swimming, self-defense, football, cricket, everything, they are skills. Life skills. I will come to that. Because why do you need these life skills? Because you have to create your own life. For that, you have to dream. And if you have to dream, what do you have to do? Get up in the morning. No, you have to catch that dream. दिल से आना चाहिए। जब दिल से आएगा तब वो सपना साकार होगा। So, और सपने को साकार करने के लिए what does impossible say? Impossible says I am possible. And if everything is possible, then there is nothing called failure. Because failure is the first step to success. Except for Rahul Gandhi, nobody has got anything on a platter. Subhash Chandra Bose, Gandhi ji, everybody has gone through the hard way. And I am really telling you that you all should be proud that you are in a place which has been established by a man like Vivekananda. If you follow even 10% of his sayings in life, you would have achieved phenomenally. That was the kind of man that he is. Because I am using the word is, because he is not dead, he is amongst us. So what is life skills? Life skills are those resources within yourself which you can use to make your life meaningful, and meaningful not for yourself but for others. So अपने लिए तो सब जीते हैं, but if you live for the other person, that is what makes you successful in life. You all are in which phase? Yes, you all are here. I am here. And let's see if I reach here. Because to reach that stage, it is not only divided by ages. You have to follow them, follow the learnings of your life, follow the meaning, what you want to achieve. So, cooking, driving, horse riding are not life skills. They are skills. Life skills are things like honesty, discipline, integrity, communication skills, interpersonal relations, leadership, motivation, and many more, decision making, time management, anger management. And above all these skills stand out are integrity, loyalty, and discipline. Because if you have those things in you, automatically other things follow up. And baki other skills, daily skills you can learn by hard work, by going to a coaching center. But these things, unless you yourself try to imbibe, try to learn, nobody can teach you. ये सब किसी coaching center में पावे ना तुमरा. अच्छा बताओ, integrity, loyalty, शेखबर coaching center. It is not there. I was asking Maharaj one very simple question. Sir, what was the motive? He said it was the inner call. So all these things have to come from within. Nobody can force you. Your parents can't force you to learn loyalty, honesty, unless you want to be. So that is what our life skills. Sorry, come up here. So here are some of the life skills. Again, this is empathy. What does empathy mean? हाँ, किसी ने दया बोला है. Yes, तो डर क्यों रहे हो? Learn one thing in life. We are all a family at this moment. Even if you say a wrong thing, I am here to absorb it. Maharaj is here to absorb it. Don't feel shy to talk unnecessarily, unless you are talking something rubbish. But if you are telling something, don't feel shy. Tell out your mind. You all are 18, 19 years, you may be wrong. Somebody said the skills are cooking. He's not wrong. He's also right in his way. As he grows up, he will learn these things. Or maybe after 1 hour, he would be knowing what are life skills. And he'll be able to differentiate between a skill and a life skill. So daya, yes. But daya is sympathy. He gets injured. I show him sympathy. Baba to chot lege jaye, and then I walk off. That is only one part. But if I pick him up, give him first aid, take him to the hospital, that is empathy. So be empathetic to people, not sympathy. Sympathy हर कोई कर सकता है. WhatsApp पे कर और बाबा माँ मारा गया लो क्यों मारा गया हमरा की करी ओम शांति RIP दिए finish. You don't even know who that person is. You won't have met his father. But you can give him condolence by going over to him, being with him for a day or so, to sympathize with him during that period of his sadness. Yes, time is the best healer. Dhire dhire everything forgets and the drama on the stage goes on. The world doesn't stop. But then you should be empathetic to a person. So that is what. Then is interpersonal relations. Communication skills. Yes, you have to communicate. So these are the skills that you have to slowly pick up. Polish them like you polish your boots. And when they start shining, that is when you start glowing, that inner glow which is there. And you move forward in life and you start reaching the pinnacle of success. So the objective is all this. Not only to learn English, any language of your will. And more the languages that you know, the better person you are. So once you are confident, you have got all these life skills into you and you are doing well, they will shine out and you will be able to be confident and your ethics will improve. And when you are happy from inside, what happens? Your quality of life improves. So basic aim is to have a good life, a successful life in your own sense. Everybody has his own limitations or own definition of success. Somebody wants to be the most powerful man in the world, somebody who wants to renounce the world and serve the people. So it is up to you. But then everybody has these skills, the life skills that I am talking about, within himself. And if you can imbibe all these skills, then everybody starts following you. And if everybody starts following you, then what do you become? So who was Swami Vivekananda? He was a leader to humanity, not to just one team of 10 people. So that is what you should try to be. And leadership is something which gives you inspiration and also your followers, they get inspiration. So what is leadership? What is it? Leader has to be in front and he has to be an example. Unless you are choro ka raja, to alag cheez hai. There also he is a leader because he has imbibed those chori wale skills and he is leading his team of chores. But that is not what we are talking about today. We are talking about leadership for the humanity, for the world, for the people here, in the good and better sense. So you'll have to understand one thing. Leadership is not a position. You may become Director General of a company by your appointment letter, but the people under you may not love you, may not like you, may not be following you. They are just listening to you because you have been given a position. So you are just having a position, but you are not a leader in the correct sense. So what is a leader? people should be following that person willingly. And when do you follow a person willingly? When you see good things in that person. When you see good things worth following, maybe professionally, maybe because he is good in talking, maybe he has got motivational skills, or he is a very good person, he is sympathetic towards you, may have helped you. Those are the reasons why you will be following him. And leadership is the ability within a person to have a vision, have a foresight, have talents like decision making. Because if there are 10 people, everybody may not be able to make a decision. Everybody has to look up towards somebody to give a decision कि ये ठीक है, चलें हम उधर चलते हैं. So that is what is leadership. And everybody's goal at that moment has to be common. Because unless a team which is playing together, working together, has a common goal, you cannot achieve anything in life, anything for the organization. So you are understanding what's the leadership? What? How many want to be a leader? Only 10% here. आप लोग नहीं लीडर बनना चाहते, followers. That is also correct. Somebody has to follow. Everybody becomes a leader. So then who will follow? So these are some definition by learned people who have given, and all tell about the same thing, that leadership is something who is motivating people to go towards a common goal with vision, with foresight. So that is what is leadership, and it contributes to making everybody happy because you are achieving a goal. After team जो football खेलते ना बे, what is the goal? To win that match. What does the captain do? Motivate people, make adjustments, pushes the people so that shoot a goal into the other person. And at the end of the game, what happens? If you win, everybody is happy. Your goal is achieved. So that is what is leadership. Leading, influencing people is the main thing. Because if you listen to me, I am a leader, I am commanding you, and to guide them into the correct way. Right? So these are the three different confusions which generally happen. Leader is what? Is an action, not a position. But command is what? It is a position. Commander boli na hamra. So somebody is selected as a commander. Right? So that is what you have to still lead. But it is thopoed upon you. It is pushed upon you. And if you are a willing person, you will become a good leader. But then if you are not, you will be a poor leader. You will just have the position, but people will not love you. And management. Management is somebody who just does a 9-to-5 job. Jigri Pugri is that. Resources, manpower, plans, what is given in the book, and does his work. 5 baje, he picks up his tiffin and briefcase, goes home. Right? So do not get confused between these three terms. And all these qualities for being a good leader are leadership traits, or what you have within you, the principles, the qualities. That is called leadership traits, and those are the ones which are to make you effective. And remember one thing, what is written on the last 2 words? जोर से Leaders are not only born, you can be trained to be leaders. In the army, in the National Defense Academy and the Indian Military Academy, we are, yes? क्योंकि जो बोल लो बोलो, हाँ feel free, बोलो क्या बोल चलो. There we undergo training for 4 years to be leaders of men. And remember one thing, there you are taught leadership. Everybody is not a born general or a fighter. You are trained rigorously for 4 years where boys are made into men. We join at 14 and a half or 15 years. At 21 when we are officers, we are leaders of men. And remember one thing, unlike any other field, there you are leading men to death. When you are leading a man for war, you are leading him to death. And war is not like a football game where you have trophy for first, second and third. Either you are first or you are nowhere. No runners up. कोई trophy नहीं है. Op Sindoor, how many followed it? क्या है? What is Op Sindoor? Anybody? Operation Sindoor की छिलो? Retaliation to what? Anyone? Action. Retaliation to Pahalgam attack. What did we do? Retaliation में क्या हमने 4 terrorists भेजे? Then what? Yes. So that is a quasi-war. At a semi-juddha chilo. And there you cannot have second. Either India wins or Pakistan loses. One thing. And who won? ठीक है? So what does a leader have to do? Two basic things a leader should be able to do. One is goal achieve करना है, accomplishment of the mission. Second is when you are doing a work, you have to be empathetical to your team. Push them, make them work, but with a humane heart. Humane means good heart, so that they know that you care for them. So that are the factors or basic responsibilities of a leader. And when there is leadership, so what are the factors? একটা leader আছে আর তার পিছনে একটা মহিলা আছে. So if you have a leader, you have to have a follower. A leader without a follower has got nothing. He is standing alone. And if there is a leader and a follower, they have to communicate. A leader has to communicate with his team, and it has to be two ways. A leader cannot just keep talking. There has to be some ideas coming from the other side also. And if there is a leader, there has to be a goal, a situation. So a leader should be acceptable by his juniors, subordinates, not by his seniors. अगर seniors को leader खुश रखे तो क्या होता है? चमचागिरी, चाटुकारिता. So a leader should not be that. His subordinates have to look up to him. That yes, this man can make us move forward, achieve the goal. But if I am only doing जी हजूरी, चमचागिरी, juniors के लिए कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, yes, I will make my नौकरी, but everybody will be in जौले शातर काट पे. ठीक है? And the follower has to look up to the leader. and then is communication between both of them. It has to be two ways. This side to that side and that side to this side. You give me ideas, I think with my experience and tell you the strategy that is to be followed to move ahead. And finally you have this situation. Goal क्या है? टीम तो क्रिएट हो गया, करना क्या है? अगर आपको पता नहीं है कि करना क्या है, then what is the use of the team? What is the use of making somebody a leader? What is the use of making 10 people sit in a team? So that situation, course of action has to be there. That is very important. And a leader or a leadership has to have a follower. There has to be a working relation, a common goal, and follow by willingness. And remember, leadership is a power position, because I have some power to command over you all as a leader, but then that power should not go to your head. You should still be on ground. Not like our political leaders. Neta bene, hawai ode. That is not netagiri. Though we call them leaders, anyway. So the concept of leadership is by character, by situation and interaction. There may be change in situational concepts or situations may change. That is where the leader has to have flexibility of mind. He should be adaptable so that he can change his mind thought from one process to the other and deviate his team to still achieve the goal. That is what is the functional concept. Effective leader क्या होता है? A vision, decision, because if you don't give a decision, তোমরা আমাকে কিছু একটা জিজ্ঞেস করলে, আমি বলি ভাই আমি জানি না আমি কাল আসবো, is that worth it? Because I may not meet you tomorrow. I have to give my decision, my thoughts to you there and then. Then only it is of use. And then only you can have an actionable strategy, because everybody communicates, makes a proper strategy and a direction is given. So these are what make you a good, effective leader, provides direction, builds your team, commitment, that passion, junoon is there, sets an example, and if he has got all this, he is followed like a good leader. Now what is this little girl thinking? कि बाप चे कितना कुछ तो बोल दिया है, की टाइप है लीडर होता है. There are many types of leadership. One is the authoritarian style or autocratic, the other is participative, and the third one is laissez-faire. These are the main three types of leadership. But then there are n number of them. There are transactional, situational, transformational, but three types are there. Autocratic leader is one who stands in front of you, gives orders, and you follow it. And you follow it because you have to do something. Now you all will say, sir, autocratic leadership to bura hai. We need leaders who listen to us also. But then the situation, like I told you, if you have to go for war, if you have to go for a dangerous mission, you need to follow. That is what in the armed forces you are taught to follow orders as a disciplined soldier, unless you are told to do something wrong. Churi chapati alada chede. If you have to go against your enemy, what did I tell you? You are leading men to death. Half of them will be scared. But at that time, I don't allow you to think. If we have to attack some point, you just follow me, because I am your leader, I am your officer, I am right in front of you, I am moving up, you come with me. Because we have to win. And that is the time when you think of your motherland. You are made to motivated to think about the country above yourself. So that is why we say service before self. And remember one thing, the welfare of the country comes first, then come the welfare of your men, your team. And what comes last? Your own welfare. So that is an autocratic leader doesn't mean that he is just giving orders and you follow. That is because there is a purpose. That purpose is there, that is why he is autocratic. But then, in the corporates, where everybody has got experience, their autocratic leaders may not be required. There you have to allow your team to think, because everybody has some knowledge, has got some experience. They give their ideologies. Then the leader takes everything, understands with his experience, because he is senior, he is better. He gives you a decision. Ki na eta amra korbo, amra ei rastaয় চললে এটা ঠিক হবে. Everybody is happy, everybody is listened to, and everybody's ideas are commemorated into one solution with the experience of the leader. And then you have the laissez-faire, or जैसे है वैसे चलने दो. Go by the book. The organization has got laid down rules, just follow it. Then there are other types, like I said, transformational. Like we follow Swamiji, he transforms our life with his teachings. He may not be in front of you as a leader. There are transactional leaders, situationals for that more. So these are different type of leaderships, and you cannot say that this is the best and that is the worst, because it has to be situational. The type of leadership has to be as per the situation, as per the requirement of the time. So that is what are the types of leadership. And if you can be the khichdi of all of them, or a mixture, I will say, khichdi is the wrong word, you will be a good leader. And you have to be a leader, not a manager. Yes, you may be appointed as a manager in a company after you all pass out, or in any way that you work. But remember, just doing a 9 to 5 job by just sitting in your AC room, कुछ नहीं हासिल होगा. You have to do something different. You have to think. You have to inspire trust. Take on responsibilities. Give decisions. Communicate. Have meetings, so that everybody understands that you have a passion, involvement for the job that you are doing. So that is how you can be a good leader. Till now I was talking about leadership qualities only, but now, because this is a structured class, I am going to tell you some of these qualities. Already spoke about this. So the ultimate leader has to be a visionary with a cool head. First and foremost, a leader के চাপ নেওয়া চাই না. বাংলা সবাই বোঝে তো? আমরা বাঙালিরা কি বলি? একটু কিছু হলেই চাপ নিয়ে নিই. চাপ নেওয়া চাই না. আর চাপ তখনই নিতে পারবে, মানে নিতে হবে না যখন মাথা ঠান্ডা থাকে. So cool head is something which can make you think coolly. If you are under stress, just close your eyes. Remember, God has given every problem many solutions. We are stupid humans who start committing suicide by cutting our wrist, hanging ourselves, eating some sleeping pills and all that. You don't need to do it. Calm down. Think. You will see 10 doors open in front of you. Take one of the doors. God has made this place such a beautiful place. It is us that are spoiling it by doing all kind of nonsense things. So if you think calmly, every problem has a solution. It is like your maths numerical. It is there, only thing is it is not coming to us. You have to think and it will come to you. So a leader has to be a commander, has to be a teacher, has to be a counselor, has to be everything, and above all he has to be robust so that people can look up to him. He should not shake if the tree is shaking. And you as a leader has to self-improve. Look at your inner self. Think, yes, what I have done is right or wrong. And remember, as a leader, if you achieve the goal, who is successful? Yes, the team is successful. But if you are not successful or there is some mistake, who is to blame? I am to blame. The leader should be man enough to take the blame on himself. Yes, we failed because of my follies, my wrong decisions. So, when you are a leader, it has to be we and not only I. And then is you have to know every person in your team. I am proud to say, when I was commanding, I had about 800 men under me. I knew everybody's wives and bachcha ka naam, including what class they were studying in. My wife was there with me. She used to be in the welfare of these men and all. Though I had a diary, jate ami likhe rakhe chilam. But then that is how you have to connect. If somebody from your team comes to you, sir, hamara yehi problem ache, I must know, yes, your child is there, you have to go on leave, go. Instead of start interviewing, asking, that is what you have to understand and know, because then only you can put the right person in the right job. If you can play hockey and I make you play cricket, will you be able to play? No. Or he can cook. Usko मैं भेज देता swimming के लिए. What will happen? He'll sink like a stone. So I should know your strengths and I should play on your strengths, not your weaknesses. So that is what is a good leader. And some competencies, passion. Passion is what? कुछ करने का जुनून, जो आपके अंदर से आवाज दे रहा है कि यस, ये मैं करूंगा और सबके साथ मिलके करूंगा. That is what is passion, and that will make you and your organization. Because if you don't have involvement, don't have passion, you cannot do a job. You cannot do something which you don't like to do. There must be some of you here who have been forced to sit here, but mind is wandering somewhere else. But if somebody is listening to what I am saying, that involvement is there, he will surely be maybe 1% better in his life. So that is what is passion. And when you are a leader, gomda mukh kore ghore bedale hobe na. You must keep your team happy. তাহলে টিম চাপ নেবে না, না এমনি মুখ করতে হবে না, but have a smiling face, because which is the longest word in English? Longest word in English? You have seen my sound. Yeah, why smile a longest word? Yes, he has seen my slides, he knows them. Good. Because it is a mile long. Now don't start thinking like Shashi Tharoor. शूडोपैथिया मैथिया करके मैनियक बोलता है. अमित शाह पूछता है, भैया बीजेपी ज्वाइन करोगे तो सीधा हाँ बोलना. So that is what is it. Humor helps you to release your stress. Chapta ke dure kore deয়. So that is what you have to keep your team smiling like this. And for that you need not talk. You can only smile and listen to me. Right? And courage. Please listen here. For next 20 minutes, listen this side. You will be better leaders. And then what is this courage? डर के आगे जो जीत है क्या है? Mountain Dew. This is your inner courage. The courage to say no to a wrong thing. If you see a wrong thing happening and you have the courage to say no, that is the courage I am talking about here, your moral courage from within you. Because if you are not truthful, you are not courageous. You cannot be loving, you are not courageous. You cannot be trusting. If you are not courageous, you cannot inquire into reality if you are not courageous. So if you are not courageous, you are a big zero. So have courage in you to do the right thing. So that is what is being courageous. Andar se, be able to say no to a thing. And what I was talking about, integrity and trust and loyalty. These have to be the maximum and the most important factors in your life, because if you do not have loyalty and integrity to the organization, to the country that you're working for, people will not trust you, people will not love you, people will not follow you, because they know that this man will be breaking promises. इसके बात पे हम यकीन नहीं कर सकते हैं, और जिसके बात पे आप यकीन नहीं कर सकते तो उसको हम लीडर क्यों बनाएं? So that is what. And when you have some of these qualities of the leadership, you have to have energy by not taking 30 plus, but from within, yes, I will make them do the good things to achieve the goal in time. So that is what is required. So you have to follow everything in a correct manner so that you can be the good leader that people want you to be. And what is this? फिंगर से क्या कर सकते हो? सिर्फ उंगली कर सकते हो. इससे क्या कर सकते हो? घूंसा मार सकते हो. So don't finger people, box them if required. And for that you need to have team. You need to build your team. Put all the different fingers together. Listen here. So if you build a team, you can do a work much faster. So that is what your aim as a leader should be, to build a team. And when you are building a team, you have to make everybody communicate with each other. You have to maintain your integrity, and above all, you yourself must be professionally sound. Because if you are not professionally sound, you don't know your work. Why will you want to follow me? Yes or no? Yes. If there is no competency in the leader, why should you follow him? So you have to lead by example and confront your own fears. Remember one thing, fear is there in the mind of everybody. It is only thing is that you have to confront it and get over it. Between bravery and being afraid, there is a thin line. When you cross that line, you become brave and courageous. So that is what you have to. Because if you have the correct life skills, you will tend to cross that line and be brave. And yes, dressing right was the last point. You must dress well, not like me, right? So remember, team is built with mutual trust and cognizance. And then as a leader, everything cannot be done at the same time. Can you do all the times, attend all the classes together? Can you do that? So you will have to prioritize as per the importance, as per the time, as per the requirement. So that is how you can do your things, and the right job can be done at the right time. And then in today's world, you have a thing called think out of the box. Be creative. And remember, even the most stupid solution can be the best solution. So don't be afraid, like I told you, to speak your mind. Somebody said cooking, somebody said something, somebody said what all. Nobody is wrong. You have spoken your mind. Everybody is correct in his own self. So think, read, be proficient. You will automatically be creative because you will think differently. You will analyze a situation, a problem more. And let your team also think. Give them a chance to talk. Listen to them, brainstorm them, so that you can go ahead. And when everything is put together, all barriers are broken, you can think ahead and be a visionary. Because vision and foresight is something which comes out of experience. You always think of 5 years ahead. People make 5 years plan, 20 years plan. Does anybody make 6 months plan? Unless it is a short work. But otherwise you all think for progress. You think long with foresight that what will happen. And then you have to have self-confidence. If you learn everything and then you don't have confidence कि मैं यहाँ का एक बात कैसे करूँ, I will only sit there. Can I lead anybody? Can I talk to anybody? No. So when everything is put together into a katora, suddenly a leader emerges. When all your competencies are put together. So these are some of the qualities that you all should have. So some of the life skills, what I've just told you about the leadership traits, some of the life skills which will make you work together to achieve your goal. Maybe not as a leader, you may be a person in the team. Teamwork is necessary because together we can achieve, like I said, this is what is teamwork. It is required, and communication is the key between a teamwork. Because अगर टीम हो सब मिलके करे काजटा तातड़ी होबे. What do you want? The work to be achieved successfully in a much more faster time schedule, and then you have more ideas. The decision will be taken by a leader, and communication skills is one leadership. If you do not communicate, you all are in the love zone age, what I call. Yes or no? So if anybody, I will not talk about it because this is a different institution at a much higher plane, but somebody or someone will fall in love. So you have to communicate. चुप्पी से हाँ नहीं है. So you will have to communicate with the person, with your team, or you will have a rail track like this. So communication is very important within a team, with the leader, laterally, but not now. Don't communicate amongst yourself right now. You can right now only communicate with me. So that is very important. So what does team say? Yes? Together everyone achieves more. And then is interpersonal relation. Because these relations between each other are so important, because we all are a social animal. We need to live together. Do you want to live alone? No. You all want to live together as one. So you must have relations that will increase your knowledge, increase your own being. You will learn a lot and you will move ahead. You can communicate better. So when everyone is together, all work will be completed and everything is done in a much better way. This gentleman, he is praying because he is running short of time. God has made the day for how many hours? That is constant. उसमें आपने पढ़ना भी है, खेलना भी है, घूमना भी है और मेरा लेक्चर भी सुनना है. So you will have to manage your time, because if you have to manage your time, you will have to know how to do all this and prioritize things, plan. Because if you plan, then you can manage yourself. If you know कि शाम को मैं 2 घंटा पढ़ूंगा, दोपहर को खेल लूँगा, सुबह स्कूल या कॉलेज, whatever you are doing, and then night I read a little more something else and go to sleep. You have managed your time well, and keep buffer time also, so that you have something to do for yourself, some hobby that you want to create. Because you will have, other than the daily studies, to do something else so that you can be a better person. And remember one thing, time that has gone by will never come back to you. It is a thing which you cannot retrieve like a CD player ki rewind kar diya hai. Gone is bygone. There is no use repenting. So please manage that time so that you all know what you are doing in the correct sense. Don't while away your time. Use it fruitfully. Even if you are with your friends, do it in a fruitful way. Even if you are going out to kill time, do it with good friends who can give you some knowledge. You can use that time in a much more fruitful way of, instead of just sitting and doing addabaji. Useless addabaji doesn't make sense anyway. And then is decision making. Remember, if you do not take a decision, you have done nothing. You have not moved forward. Even if it is a wrong decision, take it, because that is how you can make yourself go the correct way, or also lead your team. Because if somebody is looking up to me for a decision, if I don't give it to you, you are left in a lurch. Lurch means फंस गए. But even if I give you some decision, maybe it is wrong, and then I take the owner, sorry, it was wrong, but then at least you have moved in a direction. You can always do path changing. So that is what is decision making, and that is most important. And for decision making, you have to think the whole situation and your experience, and then take the correct path. Motivation. Remember, one is to be self-motivated from your inner self. ये काम करूँगा. Second is by giving or acknowledging extrinsic motivation. Is by getting motivated by others, or me motivating you. That can be by a small little pat. He does a good thing. like he said, smile. I was really impressed with him because he knew what I wanted to talk. He got motivated, whatever little bit. Same way, if you succeed, the leader should give you an authority to party also, because that is needed. Or give some opportunities, some prize, something. Everything will motivate a person, motivate a team, and motivation gives everybody satisfaction. So that is what is required. We will talk about a few leaders, and one leader who really motivates me, Sam Bahadur. Yes, Manek Shaw. Seen the movie? Kon? What did he do?
1971 war.
What did he do there? Who was he at that time? He was not a field marshal at that time. He became field marshal afterward. But he was one leader. Despite his rank, he went down to the ranks of the Mukti Bahini. He went down to each Jawan. And his life is a story. And he had the courage at that time to say no to a prime minister. They were told to attack Pakistan in August 71. He said, no prime minister. No madam prime minister, he said, because Indira Gandhi was the prime minister. He said, no madam prime minister, we cannot do it. If you want a war, I will do it at my time and beckoning. And he gave the date as 7th of December. Before that, yes, diplomatically, Mrs. Gandhi also approached Russia. We did our preparation, Mukti Bahini, you can read that in the book. He went on ground to each soldier, and I am telling you as a general, he was one man who was approachable by everybody. Even if a Jawan wanted an interview with him, he would not say no. He would find time for it. And he himself was there here in the Bangladesh India border, and rest is history. And we had the biggest surrender after World War II, 93,000 people who surrendered. And he was so kind enough, there are debates on that, he left all the PWs go to Pakistan. POWs, PWs, same. Anyway, prisoners of war. Because he was humane. They were all Muslims. He gave them each a Quran to read, because that was their religious rights. He stood up in the parliament and said, in sabko madam chhod diya jaye. And yes, Mrs. Gandhi, they were all left. We got back some of us. Pakistan didn't give back everything because they are a failed nation. I will not talk about Pakistan at this stage here. So that was the kind of man that he is. And when he won the war, Mrs. Gandhi said that there's a famous photograph. That photograph I have not put here. You must have seen it. The instrument of surrender being signed. One side, Jal Niazi of Pakistan. There is another Sikh gentleman. Who is he? He is Jal Jagjit Singh Arora, who was the army commander, who used to sit at that time at Fort William, where the army commander of the Eastern Command sits. He was told that as the chief, you go and do that. He said, no. Madam, it is the right of the Eastern Army Commander. He didn't go himself. He could have taken the limelight. Raj bhi uska tasveer hota. He said, no, it is his domain. So that is the kind of leaders. And who is this gentleman? Yes, another man we must really revere. Despite his religion, he used to have a Saraswati Murti on his table from day one. And I have personally briefed this gentleman twice in my service career when he was the advisor to the Raksha Mantri. It is very difficult to meet such learned people every day. Very sharp gentleman. And this gentleman, he had not got his Field Marshal pension for 30 long years before he died. Before he died, Abdul Kalam came to know of this thing. He spoke to the required people, got it released, went to Wellington, where General Manekshaw, Field Marshal Manekshaw was ill, about to die in a few maybe days after that. Abdul Kalam went and handed over a check of 1.3 crores to him, which was his benefits himself. It was his personal things. You and I will do what? घर खरीद लेंगे, कपड़े खरीदेंगे, गाड़ी खरीदेंगे. क्यों? He donated it to the welfare fund. Those are the kind of men that they were. So you must follow such people, read about them, and that is how you can get respect in all ways. Right? Then there are many other men. The list is endless. These are two men who I am impressed with. I spoke about them. Then Netaji, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, they are all architects of where we are today, free India. Because if they were not there, you and I wouldn't have been sitting here and talking and me giving lectures. We would have been in a different kind of world altogether. Mangal Pandey again, despite he being a Sipahi in the army, he stood up against the Britishers, and what did he do? Yes, that is how it started off. और फाइनली हम क्या देख रहे हैं आज? पिक्चर देख रहे हैं उसका, मंगल पांडे. So these are the men that we must follow. Gandhi ji, another man whose teachings, thoughts can transform you. Bhagat Singh, though he had a short life, but then they lived their life as tigers. They didn't bow their head to anybody. Business world also has many leaders, but then they are different kind of leaders. They have their own thinking processes. Sports, again list is endless, but then they are masters of their field. They are leading in their own fields with their own technology. Dhyan Chand, again another sportsman who you should follow. Ambedkar and others. Here it is wrong to say that all were political. They were Indian leaders. Then we have other world leaders also. Whom we should be proud of. And world leaders mein, do you want to remember Donald Trump? Why? He is the president of the most powerful nation in the world. क्यों world leader उसका नाम नहीं डालूं? Good, he doesn't deserve to be. Why? Because he's put 50% taxes on India. Chalo, anyway, you all should be good leaders. And remember, I'll tell you one little incident. My younger son is also in the army. The day he got commissioned, he asked me one question. That was about 7 years back. He's now a Major Saab. You seen that movie, Major Saab?
Yes, sir.
तो वो वाला Major Saab नहीं है. He's a real Major Saab. He asked me, Papa, how do I be a good officer? I just told him one thing, be a good human being, you will be a good officer. So be humane. empathize with people, and you will see you are yourself good in whatever profession you are. And remember, read. Reading is one habit. Do not leave it. Don't be WhatsApp champions. Because WhatsApp यूनिवर्सिटी कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, जो मिलेगा आपको इस सेंट्रल कॉलेज में मिलेगा.